Well, we'll see if anybody's around tonight. Hello, Kenneth. How you doing tonight? EJ. I decided to try this just a little bit earlier tonight. See how it works out. Y'all had a pretty good day. Well, this thing's acting crazy tonight. I know there's two of you in here and they're showing one. Hey, Cookie. How you doing, buddy? That's weird. The doctor put his initials above that eye and it won't come off. I got to get some alcohol to do it. You know, Cookie, it's funny. A lot of people just love recliners. I can't get comfortable in one. I sure can't sleep in one. But I'm a side sleeper too. Everybody got to sleep like they picked some habits up way back. And it's not good on my shoulders, but I still the only way I can sleep. I get on my back, especially since I got out of the hospital, my back would go to hurting so bad I can't understand it if I'm laying flat. Mm. Well, it's cool here today. Well, Foxy doing all right. Hey, Steve. Yeah. I tell you what, I sort of like that. You been having a good day, Steve? Yeah, I got it done today. So far, it's still pretty blurry on that left eye, but it's getting a little better as it goes. He said it might take 2 or 3 days before it clear up. But it all went good. Ain't nothing wrong with that. When is your birthday, DJ? Hey, 2 eggs. Miss Janice, how you doing? Well, we missed each other one day. Mine's the 29th, DJ. Yeah, 29th of April. Hey, Rebecca. Damn, our folks was busy about that time, wasn't they? Well, I hope I don't have to get someplace where they got to cut on me anymore. I'm tired of it. I laid down on that hospital bed today, and that just brought back some bad memories. Yeah, this was a hurry up deal on me. It's supposed to be the 9th or the 10th. They called me Friday and said, we got a cancellation. You want it Tuesday. So Monday I had to go get labs and EKG and all that crap. They did it Tuesday morning. So you talk about getting in a hurry. All right, Cookie, you have a good night too, Bubba. Hello, Mike. How you doing, bud? What you up to tonight, Mike? Oh, I'm doing good. I can't complain a bit. I'm not going to ask what kind. Yep, I got all kind of stuff I want to do to my trailer. And I'm going to have to sit on my butt for a couple of days, I guess. It may be a good time to go ahead and start kicking some of them videos out, being that I can't pick nothing up or can't bend over. Yeah, I'm not into it either, Mike. There for a while, I found one pipe tobacco that I really liked him. I don't know why I quit doing it. I don't even do them. I got a question for you, Stu. Like if you get a video that's got say 500 views on it, and then you're picking views up on 4 or 5 more videos, will those all go together for your monthly total? I don't smoke the weed and I don't do the gummy bears or any of that stuff. But they might as well just make it all legal. Hell. Yeah, maybe it won't be too bad, Janice. At least we know you're all right. Yeah, I ain't worried about making money off of it. I was just wondering how it worked. I may do it one of these days. Crawling up on 100,000 views. Yeah, that's bad as moving out and moving back in, isn't it, Janice? You got sheetrock ceilings, Janice? You do, that's a mess. Your channel is done really well, Steve. Like you say, the shorts have really helped you. Hello, Rome. You got some crazy ways on that insurance. Some insurance won't pay for rising water, and some of it won't pay for falling water. And Hello, Moon. How you doing? Steve, you or Mike want to come up? It's a pretty area up there. That's a long ways from me, Mike. That's several hundred miles. You can't never tell I love the. Of course, that's a few days. Hey, Mike.
How you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Hello, Troy.
Hey, Troy.
Now, you talking about up there, Texoma?
Yeah, yeah. I forgot you're way down below that. So
Well, you can't ever tell what I'll be doing then. I'll be up in that part of the country.
I just thought I'd mention it. I know it'll be Troy and I and Raymond. Um, um, used to be Paperback Nomad and a few other channels, but I think he went to Resident Nomad for a while. And but anyways, he'll be popping in up there, and I
How long
figured.
y'all gonna stay?
What's that?
I say, how long are y'all gonna stay?
A week.
Week. Okay.
Yeah. So uh, I actually have to, in the next few days, get on and do the reservation. Uh, but yeah, I like it. I liked it there. When I was there before I got to Colorado, I was there for a little while, and yeah, you too, Steve. And I and the nice thing about it is uh, they'll take the passport, the national park card, and it's half off a site. So full hookups with the card is like just under $10.
Yeah.
So
Can't beat that.
now, um, and if you're in the area and you know, um, for a lot of the people that travel around and whatnot, um, that's less than a price of a shower in most places.
Yeah.
So, and and they have showers right there. So, and you have electric.
Chickasaw Indian Reservation. I don't even know where that's at. I've probably been through it before, but just didn't pay no attention.
Where is that, Troy? Oh, okay, southern central Oklahoma. All right. Hey, I'm up for it.
But there's several reservations in Oklahoma.
Gotcha. What's that,
Cherokee.
Ron?
I said there's several Indian reservations in Oklahoma.
Yeah. Um, actually, I was watching something else on YouTube. Um, this guy does a lot of stuff like in Appalachia and whatnot. But he was actually in Cherokee, North Carolina, doing a little piece on that. And one of the people that were showing him around the area um, was actually linked with the Cherokee tribe in Oklahoma.
Well, that's where
What's that?
the Cherokees were originally from North Carolina up in there.
Right. Yep. Yep. And then the Trail of Tears across and. But,
Well, they were the most advanced Indian tribe there was. They had their own language and they could write, read and write in that language.
right.
And,
Yeah. I used to go up to the um, what is it? Oh, I can't remember it now. But used to buy my cigarettes in upstate New York and on a reservation. And at the time I was doing it, they were $8 a carton. Um, but they didn't come in packs or anything. They came in Ziploc baggies.
I
And
used to when I was going through Oklahoma. There's Indian It was a big old wooden Indian about, I don't know, 20 feet tall, but it was a smoke shop and restaurant there too.
Yep.
But that was on Cherokee reservation.
Yeah.
I don't think they do that anymore.
What's that?
I don't think you can buy cheap cigarettes at them places anymore.
You can still get them. I know the one reservation I visited, went to a lot because when I was back in New Hampshire, when I was still working before the stroke, I used to do cigarette runs, a couple times a month, and I would bring back loads of cigarettes and resell them to people. Um, but the last time I was there, so I first started going. They were $8 a carton by the Ziploc, with a zip in the Ziploc baggies. They went up to the last time I was buying them. They were at $16 a carton. It's still cheap
Oh
compared
yeah.
to, and that's right up in um, right up on the Canadian border, New York and Canada, because part of the reservation actually is goes into Canada.
I that period of time in the U.S. is real interesting to me. The 17 and 1800s were something else.
Yeah, part of it was really rough.
Oh yeah, I tell you, some tough people. Them Mormons that settled Salt Lake, most of them came from overseas, and the most of them walked all the way to Salt Lake City, or either pull a hand cart. They didn't have the horses and the wagons and stuff like that. Now you talk about tough.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I see where Cat says that you got to be a tribal member.
Yeah, I didn't realize that on some of the reservations. Good to know. Um, I know, like I said, New York, upstate New York, you could still go and get it. The only thing I would suggest is, if you're ever up that way, is they have a cigarette tax form to you can get right there, and technically, if you're buying, I can't remember how many it is, over 10, I think. Um, Might be less. But, anyways, you have to file this tax form within 24 hours of purchasing. Um, and I usually keep several of those forms in the car just in case if I ever got pulled over. I said, yeah, I will. I'm mailing this out tonight or something. But I never did.
Yeah, that's funny what you running. I didn't realize that was mainly hand carts, Kathleen.
Oh, I didn't realize it either.
I thought that was all wagons and stuff. I got out there one time in outside of Vegas at Carson City, and I was supposed to go on into California. And Donner Pass got 25 foot of snow in that pass at night. I said, no, don't think I want no part of that.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to be able to, when I was out in Carson City with Raymond, when we went to get his new vehicle that he got, um, we had to go over Donner. And fortunately, it was nice when we went over. But on the way back, we came down below that through, um, what's the national forest? I'll think of it in a minute. But, anyways, we hit all kinds of snow but yeah, Donner Pass was interesting to go up and over through because there was still high snowbanks and whatnot. But
I came out of there one night and it was a blizzard blowing, but I knew if I could get about 100 miles, I could get out of it. Coming out of Carson, I dropped a trailer there in Carson City, and the weather was so bad they wouldn't even check the trailer. I loaded up and got the hell out of there. Woo!
Oh.
And I was going away from the pass, but boy, it was snowing. There was me and one other truck on the road, and every little old cut that had a bridge across it coming down through there, the damn wind was blowing so hard and the snow was blowing so hard that it would go under that bridge and go straight up in the air. And there'd be a snow drift at each end of those bridges. And
Wow.
rough night. That's a pretty good little grade, ain't it, Cat?
Janice, that's interesting to know. Thank you. They lower their wagons. All right.
Cat tickles me. We'll get to talking, and she's been a lot of the same places I've been.
Yeah. Sounds like you both have led rather interesting lives.
Well, for several years, I delivered RVs all over the U.S.
Yeah, I remember you saying that once before. Yeah. And people are like, "Oh, you should look into that." Delivering RVs or something.
You can't make any money at it now. The trucks are too high.
Gotcha.
When I was doing it, you could buy a new dually truck for 30,000, something like that. Now that same truck's about 80,000.
Yeah.
I have to look at that, Steve. I never have really looked at that.
What's he referring to?
Yeah, DOT sort of put a kink in all that. Hey,
El Dorado National Forest is where we came back through after getting Raymond's car.
well, a lot of people think Colorado, not Colorado, but Oklahoma just flat prairie type ground. Oklahoma got some pretty damn places in it.
Yeah. Hey, Ron C, what's up?
What you up to, Ron? Had my brother have another mother. Hello, fairy dust.
Hey, Brene.
One night, me and Ron C's America and two more Rons were all in the same damn live chat.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, Big D, huh? Yeah. And it's funny, me and Ron C are not about 80 miles apart where he lives in Dallas and me in Waco. but I'd never met him until I went to at Ironwood get together. I met him out there.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I know. Too many Rons and Mikes.
That's all right. That makes it where we can get by with a little bit every once in a while. Wrong Ron.
Same with Troy's.
Yeah, I blame everything on Ron C's that comes up.
Yeah, that works too.
Oh goodness. Oh, well, have you got any trip planned before the July one?
Um, just some local stuff. Um, and then um, that's about it.
Well, I got to sort of lay up for the next 2 or 3 days and let the cataract settle down, and after that, well, I'm thinking jump right in the middle of that van of mine,
Yeah.
get it rigged on up.
Well, that'll be nice. You're not, you don't have to pull the trailer or anything. And Kathleen, Lake Texoma, um, right on the Oklahoma border for a week.
Sounds like Kat's gonna be rocking and rolling this year. I think she retired and she decided she was gonna do a little driving.
Yeah. She actually retired.
Maybe she was just tired. Maybe that's what it was. All right.
See, she's gearing up for the road.
Yeah, I've been tired and retired several times.
Reese, you want to go out? Hang on a sec. Be right back.
All right. Yeah, I sort of hate one thing. I would have loved to been up at Cat's when she made that 50, making 50 loaves of bread at one time. Don't you know I'd smell good? Well, Cat, if you do that, let me know and I'll slip up that direction too. That's just a few 100 miles from me, not all that far.
Get his own fight. Yep.
That's my son's birthday too, Cat.
Kathleen, it will be July 21st to the 27th, and we leave on the 28th.
You ought to get your own little meetup going there.
Raymond had talked about it at one point, but um, he's like me in a way. I don't do well with large crowds, but um, I think I tolerate him more than he does. So
Yeah. There's meetups all over. Ron C's
yeah,
talked about putting one on at one time. I don't think he ever did it.
yeah. Kat, I will, and I'll send you the information as well. Actually, I can do that right now. Um, do, 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 do. Oh, come on.
I need to let this dog out. I'll be right back.
Yep. Oh, so you actually did retire, Kat, or not yet?
Dog. uh, that's awesome, Kat. Hey, you deserve it. So, People talk about having to find something to do when you retire. I don't know how in the hell
yeah.
I don't know how in the hell I had time to work. I stay busier now than I did then.
I've heard some people. So I've heard that from several people. Yeah, Steve. I've heard this from several people that you know they talk about after retirement it's gonna be great, blah blah blah. And it's like I'm busier now than I was when I was working.
Yeah. And I was working like 70, 80 hours a week. You'd think that you'd slow way down, but down. That's one reason
Love it.
I bought that van is I wanted something that I could just take and jump in and in 15 minutes throw everything in there and take off on if I wanted to take a trip.
Yeah. Yeah.
But to where if you got a travel trailer or something like it takes a little while. And you got to be a lot more careful about where you find a place to park.
Exactly, and that's I face that issue um, on and off with my trailer. It's like when I was out in Carson City with Raymond. Um, um, I was, he had all kinds of places to park, but what with me with my trailer, um, those places were harder to be stealthy in. You know,
Yeah.
um, it was like this one spot across. He had, um, it was right in town, um, and it was out of sight, out of mind. But with me with my trailer, it was like, oops, okay, need to find a new place.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
managed.
Trailers nice. Did you ever have any trouble with in a campground over pulling a cargo trailer?
So far, no, I have not run into that. And knock on wood. I try to stay away from campgrounds mainly, um, except free ones. Um, but it's like where I was in at the lake this last time. I did it all online, and I just pulled in and um, set up, and nobody came over to say anything, and um, so I was fortunate that with that, but um, yeah, I have not run into that yet, and hopefully I don't. But I've been hearing a lot about it with a lot of the more known campgrounds, I guess you could say, that it has to be of a certain year newer, and and all that the technical stuff has to be it can't be a cargo trailer. It has to be an actual travel trailer or a motor home. Can't be that old. And I'm like, it's not like everybody can afford to go out and buy brand new, but somehow they expect it.
That's one nice thing about that casita. They haven't changed that thing in years, and so they haven't get any idea what year model it is.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I say that's one good thing about the casitas. They haven't changed that body
Oh
style in
yeah,
years.
yeah, no, yep.
You can pull
And
in, they ain't got no idea. Hello, Kenneth.
right, because it's the same. It's been the same style for you know since they started making them, and
Yeah, back in the 80s.
yep. So you can have one brand new or old and make it look neat. As long as it's cleaned up and it looks the same as a new one.
Well, I'm going to try something on some of my bigger trips this year. I'm going to try to slow down on some of them. Uh, the and I think the only way I can do that is I'm probably going to try to find cheaper, $20, something like that, RV park, and uh, do that ahead of time so it'll sort of make me stop when I get to that point. Get where I
Yeah.
run 300-400 miles a day, and that's all. I didn't realize that, Cat. See, I'm
I
learning stuff.
didn't. I didn't realize that either, because I was just looking at some of those Harvest Toast, Escapees, Thousand Trails. I was just looking at some of their websites and whatnot, and thinking maybe I should get a. But yeah, no, if that's the case, I mean, they won't take minivans. I'm going to pull up there with a cargo trailer and SUV. What are they going to say to me?
I pulled in a park up in Colorado one night and was in the office paying to get in there. And that old boy, there was a guy walked in there and he was putting one of them big horse trailers that got the living quarters in the front. And he asked him, said, "Can we camp here?" He said, "Hell yeah, I can camp here." He said, "If you got the money for the spot, I don't care what you bring." I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah. Hmm.
And that was a KOA too, which really surprised me. Yeah, some of them, the resorts are that way, Kathleen.
Yeah, I've watched several videos with people staying at Harvest Host, like at a winery, and I'm like, no, no. I'd rather be out, by a river or a lake or.
I think a lot of that is just places that there's not any public land, you know, and that's a good business deal for those. Good night, Rebecca. You have a good one.
Good night, Rebecca.
They, I know we got two wineries here within about 15 miles, and they're back off of main roads. You never would know they were there except for that Harvest Host. That
Gotcha.
and so it's a good deal for them.
Yeah, and I
I'm
guess the further east you go, um, yeah, I can see where they would be much needed because there's very little um, places for free camping, or there's no BLM land. It's either national forests or um, like Florida has its water management, and then you have Army Corps of Engineer places, um, but again, it's especially the further you go northeast, um, it's harder to find places.
I tell you what, you can just about. I like camping west of the Mississippi.
Yep, I have to agree. Because there's more areas that you can find, to set up for free or very little, you know. But I still have to make a trip yearly back to the Northeast. Um, it's from where I'm from, and I have still family. I have nieces up there and um, some good friends. But although this year I'm not sure if I'm going to make it back again or not.
Well,
It
I
all
lost.
depends on my registration. If I can do it online, if I can, uh, great. I don't need to go back. If I can't do it online this year, then yeah, I've got to make a trip to New Hampshire to get it done.
You're. I'm with you, Kat. I don't. I don't really give a damn about crossing that Mississippi anymore. Yeah, Kat, I've tent camped at the KOAs too.
I've never actually stayed at a KOA.
Some of them are
All the
really,
one,
really nice, and some of them are highfalutin. You know,
well,
you,
all the ones that I've come across that I've checked into to look at staying were too expensive.
Most of them are high. I stopped. I didn't stay there, but I stopped at the one in Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Yeah,
$185.
you could um, at least in my opinion is if I have to spend more than you know 20-30 dollars at a campground um, for a night, I'd rather find a decent deal on a hotel room
Yeah.
for like $40 to $50.
Well, around Jackson Hole, low hotel room is 300, 350.
Oh yeah, it's touristy area. You
Yeah.
know, I, yeah, Steve, I remember you talking about that. Um, but yeah, when I worked in Yellowstone back in '92 or not 90, 92, I think it was. Yeah. Um, we had gone to Jackson Hole and all that area, and um, it's a nice place to see and wander through. But I wouldn't want to live there or try to stay there for you know a few nights. Yeah, no.
Well, about 3 years ago, I got a deal from a friend of mine, and then I got a deal from Jackson Hole. They hired 25,000 people through the summer, and the average wage is $25 an hour.
Holy shit. Yeah, but the cost of living.
Yeah, well, that and they've got that area's got so popular, and
Right.
but I couldn't believe that I didn't realize they hired 25,000 people. And that's a lot of
Yeah.
damn people for summertime. But I went through there about 20 years ago, I guess, and Jackson Hole was a nice place then. And I didn't go back through there for about 10 or 12 years. And when I went back through, I couldn't believe how it had blown up.
Yeah. Funny we talk about the Jackson Hole thing, and back when I was doing my live, people were like, "Oh no, the longest running stream is the one of the things that they mentioned was Jackson the live webcam in Jackson Hole, but that's just a camera pointed out a window on a street at the town square. That's it. There's no interaction or anything, so that kind of doesn't count.
The Black Hills are one of my favorite places. And I really enjoy that part of the country.
So, Kat, you're saying that I should discuss it with you to know where to go?
Who, me or Cat?
No, Kat. When she mentioned the black, unless you know where to go.
Yeah,
So,
Cat's right in the middle of them, just about.
oh,
Yeah. But I'm amazed that you've been prairie and all of a sudden you hit them Black Hills and it just you think you back in Colorado or Montana, Idaho or something.
it's definitely someplace I want to. Um, Kat, I couldn't know the comparison yet because I have not been to the Black Hills, so it's on my list of places.
I tell you what, I like the Tetons too. That's the prettiest. I believe that's the prettiest place in the U.S. is the Tetons.
Yes. Yep.
I enjoy it a whole lot more than I enjoy Yellowstone. Yellowstone done too damn crowded anymore. Hey,
Troy spotting. Steve, yeah, those were some fun times.
You know, a place that surprised me is I never had been to Upper New York, and
Oh, it's beautiful up there.
it really is. When I thought New York, I was thinking New York City, and I got up in there, and man, it was nice.
Um, yeah, no, it's actually it's equal to a 100. Um, I got instead of the king size tubes, the regular size cigarettes. I got the next size up, hundreds. Hey, they all smoke the same.
What what kind of tobacco are you using, Mike?
Um, I get the the gambler
Yeah,
menthol.
Gambler.
Yep,
Okay.
yep. And then I buy the menthol tubes, and
Boy, I can't handle menthol.
I see. I used to smoke regular ones all the time, and it got I got on the kick of menthols, and now I go back to a regular, and it's too strong.
Well, everybody I know that gets started on menthols, they get hooked on them bad. They don't.
Yep.
They
What I really need to do is just quit again.
Yeah, I think about it and then I forget about it. They, I was trying. I
Yeah.
was trying to think. There's a pipe tobacco. I had a gambler that you bought the filters, the cigarettes, and
Yep.
the. But I had some. I can't think the name of the damn pipe tobacco now, but it really made a good cigarette, and I
Yeah.
guess I'll do that again.
Yeah. This, the gambler is pipe tobacco, and it's pretty good. And cat, unfortunately, like I was saying earlier, yeah, there's none of that in my cigarettes because I can't smoke it. I can't smoke weed anymore because I will hack up a lung for the next week. You know, I literally have to take shots of chloroseptic, like throat spray, to just numb my throat if I was to smoke anything like weed or something. Yeah, or a vape.
Well, I tried it a
Oh,
couple of times in Vietnam, and it just didn't do a damn thing for me. I didn't like
yeah,
it, and that's the only time I've ever tried it. I tried it them two times, and it was just like hell. It just made me cotton mouth.
well, I like the. I still want to try one time. What's that?
This is what you can't do, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Can you come over
uh, yes, cat. I definitely. I love my gummies. Um, I've had three different types now, and yeah, they're all the same. They put me to sleep. I take one or two at night before I go to bed, and I'm out.
I don't have any trouble going to sleep. I sleep too damn much.
Yeah, and Steve, even edibles. Yeah, I know of people that can't smoke because it makes them sick, but they if they do edibles, it's not a big deal. But
It's funny. When I went to the service, I never had seen any kind of dope. And while I was in Vietnam, they passed that law here in Texas that you could have an ounce. and it was just like a traffic ticket. Now, before I went to Vietnam, you got caught with one damn siege, you went to jail for 20 years.
Yep. Yep. Oh, and many states now are just decriminalizing it.
Yeah.
Clip. Even if you had a roach clip,
Yeah.
you didn't have to have a roach in it. You didn't have to have residue on it. As long as you just had the clip hanging from the rear view mirror, they'd give you crap over.
Yep.
And I never had seen any of it until I went to service. It just wasn't here. And some of the big
Right.
towns had it,
Yeah.
but they just, when they made that law, they changed that law. Well, they just created a market for it then. So it might have, it's just about like prohibition. Enough people want it, eventually it's going to get that way.
Right. Yeah. Steve, those are, similar. So, and then you can get like the CBD gummies, and without the THC. And actually, I was just after I had my stroke and was recovering, and I started to have seizures, and I was taking seizure meds for it. But at what I ended up running out of those and couldn't get to my doctor for a while. A friend of mine had me try the CBD oil, and that worked great for the keeping the seizures at bay. And I went to my doctor and I asked him about it. And he's like, "Oh no, I can't do that." Because at the time, now it's basically you can buy it anywhere, but at the time it was still illegal to even have the CBD. And he's like, "No, I won't give you a medical card. We're going to put you back on the." I'm like, "Yeah." But yep. Um, yeah. Yeah, it basically, Janice, um, a lot of it, um, just get a strong whiff of skunk, you know. um, that's about um, that's about the best way I could describe it.
Hey, you be like Willie, just roll me up and smoke me when I die, huh?
What's that? I'm sorry. What's that, Ron?
What was that Willie Nelson song said, roll me up and smoke me when I die?
Oh yeah. Oh, you guys don't have skunks there? Okay. Um, yeah, and I don't know what other to compare it to.
I've heard people compare it to dirty
rotting cut up long. I don't know. We're
I've
talking
had,
about describing the smell of weed, and where Janice, she's from Australia.
So you don't know what skunk smells like.
They don't have skunks, so I'm trying to think of something that they would have that.
yeah, Willie, just keep going.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly, Cat. Just put Willie on a pyre and we'll all get high. Yep.
On a joke, I'll put it out this way: it smells like Ron sees America after a week with no shower. That's a joke.
Uh, uh,
Fairdusk went to that concert with Willie Nelson the other day. She
oh
said,
yeah, she should come up and tell us about it.
I don't think she's in here tonight.
She
Not
did
yet.
check in. She
Did
was
she?
in here a little while ago, but
I
Cat
didn't-
says more like 2 days. So, yeah, I didn't realize he was 90 years old. Wow.
Still going, still doing concerts.
Yep. Good for him. Although, a lot of the older musicians that, were really big back, 60s, 70s, and I'm like, they're still going. And it's like, I don't know what it is. I mean, take a look, for instance,
I think he got all that paid off, Cat. He cut a record and they made a deal, some kind of deal over whatever that record made. Well, that's what paid his taxes off. I tell you, one of the best interviews I ever saw. They had Waylon Jennings and Johnny Cash and Willie on the program one night. And you talk about something else now. That's three outlaws right there now.
right. I mean, what? Look at Mick Jagger now. He's as of 2022, he was 78, so 80, and they're getting ready to go back out on tour. Yeah. So
Yep. That's one place I haven't been in Texas. I got to make a little road trip down there. I want to go down to Lukenbach just for the hell of it.
where?
Lukenbach, where they had that song. Willie and Waylon talking about Lukenbach, Texas.
Huh. I will have to look into that. I vaguely remember the song, but so where is that in reference to you?
Oh, probably 200 miles, probably.
How far?
No, Cat, I never have been down there. I've been close to it, but just never have one down there. I watched a video on it the other night, and man, that thing is built up. They got all kind of stuff there now. There's two places in Texas I haven't been. Lukenbach's one of them, and Big Bend's the other one.
Big Ben is nice. I have been to Big Ben.
I've been to the edge of it on a motorcycle trip, camping trip, and that's when they were having that 70 and 80 mile an hour winds, and I just got tired of fighting it on that motorcycle.
Yeah.
Good night, Steve.
Good night, Steve.
You don't have much protection on one of them bikes when that sand goes to blowing.
Oh no. Oh yeah, no. Yep. Best to just hunker down somewhere and
And out there around Big Bend, there ain't that many places to hunker down at.
no, no. But I like I like going through
Yeah.
along what is it 80 or 82 I think it is that goes across the top of Texas. Um, it brings you over to Lubbock and all that area. Um, I found that area rather interesting with all the little. I can't really call them mountains, but the little dunes and the little craggy, rocky valleys and
Yeah, 287 is pretty neat. Well,
yep,
if you get up at El Paso and you get in the Guadalupe Mountains, they're 7,000 8,000 feet.
yep,
You know.
yeah. Because I went when I came here, I went. Um, let's see, what was it? 287 sounds familiar. Um, uh, let's see. Oh. Yeah, I came across 287 when I was 82 to 287 when I came out here. And then um, but yeah, I found it a rather nice drive.
It's weird out there on 20 and Interstate 10, the speed limit's 80 and 85. And everybody's driving about 75 or 80. You get to Dallas and you get on Interstate 35, and goddamn, everybody's running 90. I never have.
And no cap.
666. I don't think I've ever been on that one. I didn't pay no attention if I was.
Yeah, I don't think I've been on it either. Where's it run through?
New Mexico used to use aircraft for write tickets and stuff big time. You get a damn ticket in the mail and a picture of your car doing such and such, be out on the aircraft.
Yep.
Well, long years ago, New Mexico didn't have a speed limit. It was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the law said whatever was a safe speed. And so, he come through there 80, 90 miles an hour, and if there wasn't no traffic, nobody say nothing to you. And Arizona may have been that way. I'm not sure about Arizona, but I know New Mexico was that way. That's been a long time ago. Okay. I think it's on that Navajo reservation. I was coming through there one day in a pickup pulling a trailer, and my damn truck just felt like it was bogging down. It just wasn't running right. So I pulled off the side of the road and hopped out. And my damn truck went to rolling backwards. It was an optical illusion. You looked like you were going downhill, but you were really going uphill. That's
Oh. Be right back.
Yeah, I didn't know Montana was that way.
Okay, I'll wait for you, Reese. Be right back, guys.
You know, here in Texas, Texas Highway Patrol won't mess with you too much as long as you're under 10 over them. But where you get the tickets in Texas is these little old bitty towns that got the speed limits, and that's where they make their money, off them interstates. Traveler's best friend is that damn cruise control. It might have been when they did New Mexico too, Cat. Y'all remember when they dropped the speed limit to 55 everywhere? Were you driving in, Cat? Yep. And more bull haulers to let it roll.
I know the minute I sit down, she's going to want to come back in. Puppy dog's always on the wrong side of the door.
I bet that was. I keep wanting to rub that damn eye they did that cataract on, and I can't do that.
I don't know, Kat. It's Vermont 91. Interstate 91 in Vermont is boring. And I believe the speed limit there is still 65.
Well, I know, like you come out of Texas now, and everything's 75 and 80 and 85, and you hit New Mexico.
Even if you're not on the interstate, some of the back roads in Texas are like 70s, posted at 70, 80, and state routes. And I'm like, are they trying to kill off people?
Yeah, nearly all the roads in Texas are at least 75.
Yeah. I have to agree, Kat. Yeah, and driving across New York, I thought that was long, and then I drove across Texas. Yeah, no,
It takes,
Texas is long to drive across.
depends on which way you're going, but Texas can be a long drive, be 1,000 miles just about.
Yep. Eighty in South Dakota, and her other half still gets speeding tickets, huh? I don't dare go over 80 pulling my trailer.
I used
I
to
try
set,
to.
when I was pulling them trailers, I used to set my cruise on 68, and
Yep.
that if you ran, you'd get 17 miles a gallon out of that truck. And if you ran 72, you get about 12 miles a gallon out of it. That turbocharger would kick in.
Yeah.
But I just get in that right lane and just roll on. By God, they can pass me if they want to or whatever they want to do.
Yep. That's how I feel. I just hate the people that fly up on your rear end and then swing out around and pass you and then whip right back in front of you, knowing you're pulling a trailer, and then slow right down.
Oh, they do them big trucks like that too. It's a wonder they don't kill half them idiots. You don't stop one of them big rigs fast if you stop a small one.
Yep.
Hey, G,
Hey, G. uh,
well,
Cat,
I used to deliver them RVs.
Cat, are
And
we still frozen? Cat says we're frozen. She just sent me a message.
oh, oh, I don't know. No, not haven't quite made it yet, G. Had the damn surgery, but it's still foggy. It'll take a couple more days. Hello, Timmy Ray.
Hmm. Hey, Timmy.
We all still here, Timmy Ray. That's saying something. How you feeling, G? I used to run and deliver them RVs, and sometimes it'd be 4 or 5 of us running, and some of them would be running 80, 80, 85. And I'd be sitting on 68, and I'd get there just about the same time they did. And what the deal was, they were burning so much fuel, they had to stop 3 times as much as I did. So it really 10 or 15 minutes difference on an 1,800 mile trip.
Yeah, I I'm the one that usually if I see somebody like fly by me, and then they're next thing I come up across and they're pulled over on the side of the road by a cruiser, Stady or something. I just look at them and laugh.
Yeah.
Doing good, Ken. How about you?
We've been on here an hour and 45 minutes. I guess it's about time to shut it down. We don't need another marathon tonight anyway.
Oh, come on. What time is it anyways? I didn't even know.
It's 11:30 here. I got on early at night.
Ah, okay.
There.
All right.
All right. Well, I appreciate everybody coming in. And
Well, thanks for having me out.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it. Anytime, Mike. We'll holler at y'all later.
All right. Talk to you later on. See you. Have a good night, everyone.